What it do, my good people? It's your boy, the Notorious DOC, aka Marco Kane. Yeah, y'all know what I'm doing. Another solo one. My co-host, the infamous DJ Mad, was unavailable, but hey, the show must go on, as we say. But I'm quite sure he will be back next week. I mean, I'm hoping he'll be back next week. But as we always say, welcome. Thank you for coming in and tuning into the show. Our topic today is gonna be a little short one again, since I'm hosting by myself. We're gonna talk about this new crazy stuff that's gonna happen in all Texas schools starting now. It's the cell phone ban that they got. Now, I get it. I do understand why or the method that they're wanting the kids not to have the cell phones, but to ban them outright is kind of like, that's, to me, that's unsafe. With all these school shootings and stuff going on, storms, buildings collapsing, anything could happen. And if they got these signal jammers in the schools where the kids can't use use the phone, and somebody comes in and, God forbid, start shooting. And now your child, I have 3 boys. They all grown now, grown men. But God forbid that my child is in a school and he can't call me. I would lose my mind. I would probably go into commando mode, bypass the cops, the SWAT teams, the snipers and all that shit, and get in there and get my child. But, being realistically, as a parent who had little children, that would drive me insane. Straight crazy. So for them to for them to ban the phones like that, when the kids get into class, just take them up. That's all you got to do. You don't want them on them, take them up. They got those little bags that you can put them in the way they can't call, can't nobody call, yada, yada, yada. But see, even that's still a little bit extreme. Put them on vibrate and take them up. Put them all in a box when your child comes to the classroom. And when your child leaves, give he or she back their phone. Simple as that. Now, walking to and fro to class, I don't see any problem with you being on your phone. If you got something to talk to your parents about, you might need to call your mother, might need to call your father. Heck, your grandmother might be sick and you just want to call and check on them, throughout the day. Whatever the case is. Then once you get back into that class, you turn your phone in. Put it in a box, yada, yada, yada. And then give them back at the end of the class. And then at the end of the day, boom, let them go. To me, it's like I say, it's a big safety factor with that coming in hand. Because, like I say, God forbid if something happened and they need to call out 911. I know the teachers are there, the administrators are there, blah, blah, blah. But heck, if somebody come in with a gun and your phone is in your purse, you might not really be thinking about that. You might just be trying to think you get your asses up out of there. Barricade the doors and yada, yada, yada. But to me, like I say, it's always going to be a safety issue with me. Now, as far as, I guess, the grade level, I would say the phone issue is probably more with the high schoolers, I believe. Because they always on their phone. Cheating tests, stuff like that. I get it. Now, as far as with the younger kids, like the kids in elementary, I guess that's what, kindergarten through 4th, 5th grade, somewhere in there. That might be an attention thing. These kids play these games, they get on social media, blah, blah, blah. But still, you got, I guess, playtime, I guess they want to call it. I'm not sure what the correct term is nowadays. But you get 15, 20 minutes, I guess, to yourself when you're in elementary school. Not at recess, because I don't even know if they do recess anymore. All I really see is them walking around the damn tracks and stuff now. But that's another whole story. But yeah, if you get time, your time, reflection time, or whatever you want to call it, and you want to get on the phone, and you want to play a little game, bust a horn in it. The kids doing it anyway. They come home, they do their homework, maybe. Now, that's another story as well. But, the kids come home, They jump on the video games. You know, true enough, the damn phones have become idiot boxes. And I myself, look what I'm doing now. I'm on social media. I'm on my phone. And it is what it is. You know, that's a sign of the times. Yeah, true. Back in the days when we didn't have phones, you know, we did other constructive stuff. But that's, you know, it's how evolution keeps going on and on and on. You know, things change. You know, nothing stays the same. And excuse me while I take a sip. Oh, no alcohol today. Drinking a chocolate latte ice something thing I made. And yes, it does say nobody. Because it is hot down here in Texas. Need something to cool you off. But yeah, back to what I was saying. You know, times have changed. It's the computer era, you know, data. Everything is, and yes, they're going to be the death of us, more than likely. 99.9% of the times, yes, these phones are going to do us in. Electronic shit is going to do us in. Heck, we've all seen Terminator. We've all seen the machines take over and kill us all. You know, that's science fiction. But hey, sometimes science fiction becomes science reality. And truth be told, I honestly think that, yeah, it's a big stretch with this banning the cell phones. And all it's going to take is one time for somebody to come in and the kids can't contact their parents. These parents are going to lose their absolute freaking minds. I mean, the governor, whatever you want to call him, I said I wasn't going to disrespect the man anymore by calling him Hot Wheels, but that's a Texas thing. We've been calling him that for as long as pretty much he's been in the wheelchair. We've been calling him that. But, you know, sometimes you reach and overstep and keep on reaching and overstep, and then eventually they get tired of you and they flip your ass up out of there. Him and oh boy Dan Patrick, you know. But I'm playing a little bit of devil's advocate right here real quick, that I do understand the thinking and the mentality of it. Because you see these kids, like I said, nowadays, they on their phones 24/7, pretty much. You know, the ones that's working, you know, I even see them on their phones. I go to Kroger. I went to Kroger the other day. And, you know, you go through the line and you can buy alcohol, beer, you know, whatnot. And it won't complete the sale. And you have to raise your hand or flip the little light on or whatnot to get one of the clerks to come over to scan their little code to let it go through. I'm standing there 5 minutes to pass, and the young lady was on the phone. And when she walked over, I saw she was on, not YouTube, but she was on Instagram. And, you know, she apologized, and I said, no problem, you know, I get it. But, damn, I mean, I'm not even on my phone like that. I am on it a lot. I mean, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, the other two, I am, because I got several other YouTube channels. Y'all like and subscribe to, you know, some of those too. You know, the Dirty Ashtray, you know, what we on now, and several others, but I ain't gonna get into all that right now. But yeah, I get the phone thing. You know, the phone is nothing but a big computer, a handheld computer, and it's like a lifeline to most of these young people. Heck, some of us old people too. I mean, you can't live without your phone. I mean, I've even left my phone at home on my way to work, halfway to work, realized I left my phone. I'm thinking in my head, should I turn around and go back and get my phone, or should I just keep on going? Now, a couple of times I have turned around, because where I work, we use our phones pretty much to contact each other. That's how we stay in contact. And then there's other times I'm like, man, fuck that phone. It's going to stay right where it is. That way I get a piece for that day. They can't call me at work. Can't nobody else call me. But I'm always thinking in my head, suppose something happens. And something happens at my wife's job, or something happens to my sons that's still here. And when I say still here, I mean, you know, still living in Texas. I got one son, he's off in the military, but if something happened to them, or something happened to my father, or something happened to one of my sisters, or something happened to, any of my close friends, family, I won't be able to get in contact until I get home. And that would mess me up too, knowing, man, you left your phone and you could have got the emergency call earlier. Maybe could have done something, maybe not, who knows. But yeah, phones are an integral part of everyday life. And yes, we do need to start putting our phones down sometimes. They had a little thing back in the day, some years ago, blackout night, I think it was called, to where at a certain time of night, everybody, like I think it was like during dinner time, everybody turned their phones off, put them in a box, turn them off, put them on vibrate, whatever the case was. And it was, people had to talk to each other. And that's what we used to do back in the days. We sit down, eat dinner, talk, shoot the shit, talk about what happened that day. People just don't do that nowadays. I mean, you still have some people that do that. You get home from work. Hey, yo, how was your day? It was okay. 10, 15 minutes and then it's over. Then you jump back on your phone, you jump on the TV box or whatever. But, like I say, it is what it is on that. And, excuse all that noise, that's my dog in there barking. But, yeah. So, once again, just what's about to happen. I think it's going to be some tomfoolery next week when school starts. And I think it's going to actually come from a lot of the high schoolers because they are pretty much defiant when it comes to that damn phone. So you're going to catch a lot of them either in the bathrooms or somewhere they're not supposed to be, and they're going to be on their phones doing whatever. And I think the ruling is now, if you get caught with the phone the first time, they take it from you. Your parent has to come and pick the phone up, and I think he has to pay like a $25, $30 fee. Then the second time, the school, they keep it for 24 hours. And then the parent can come and pick up the phone. And then I think on the third day, I think I think they keep the phone for 2 days, 72 hours or something like that. And then they come and then the parent can come pick up the phone. Now, I'm not sure what happens after the third violation. I don't know if they keep the phone or what. But, I've been through that shit too with one of my sons where he wasn't supposed to have his phone out. They called him. I had to go pay $15 to get the phone back, which I think that's bullshit there. That's just another way of trying to make up build up some revenue. But, I told him then, hey man, don't take that phone out no more. And he didn't. We never had another violation from that ever again. So it's kind of, the parenting, that has to kind of like be involved. If you're a good parent, you tell your child, hey, look, man, if you don't have to be on that phone, don't get on it. You already know that they tripping. So keep your phone in your pocket. Matter of fact, put your phone on vibrate. Keep your phone on now. Keep it on. Put it on vibrate. And if it's an emergency, I will call the school first and, hey, look, I am getting ready to call my son, daughter, whatever the case is, and don't give him any kind of write-up or anything like that, any kind of violation, because I am calling him. I'm calling y'all, let y'all know that I'm calling him because this is an emergency. And they might tell me, well, just hold on, we'll go get him. They're like, nah, fuck that. I'm finna call him now, let him know what's going on. He'll meet me in the office. But, yeah, I mean, there's ways of doing these new rulings that they coming up with new shit like every fucking single hour now. It's something always, and it's drastic. It ain't no, let's think about it. Let's get the kids in. Maybe they can come up with some ideas or something like that can smooth the transition into doing this. It's just like, boom, nah, this is what we're gonna do. We don't give a damn what the parents say. We don't give a damn about who say. It's what we say and that's it. Which I also think that's bullshit. The parents should always have some kind of say in what's going on in their child's education. And I know phones ain't got shit to do with education. Don't get me on that. But once again, safety. It's all about a safety issue. And I mean, that's it. It's safety. It's safety, and it's the concern about the well-being and the welfare of your child and the communication, So It is what it is. It's a law now. Now we all know that when the Cheeto gets out of office, and they get another Democrat in there, all the shit that they changed and turned into this law and that law, all that shit's gonna change and go back to how it was. And then we'll do that all over again in another 4 years or another 8 years. It just, just all depends. And the way things is looking now, what's going on with Texas and maybe a few other states, they trying to seed the House with Republican seats. And Texas seat holders, they got ghosts. They got out of here. And now they trying to kick them out, trying to arrest them. The Republicans did the same shit. So it's like when the Republicans do it, they seem to forget. But when the Democrats do it, it's just so bad. You're going to jail. Bullshit. Bullshit. But with all that being said, we just want to keep our children safe when it boils down to it. And the lack of communication with your child, especially if you have a child with special needs, or if you have a child that's on the spectrum of any kind of condition, you always gonna want that line of communication to where you can text him. Are you okay? Is everything good? How's your day going? And I'm not trying to sugarcoat shit, because we all know, school shootings, cheating on tests, et cetera, that phone could be a blessing, and that phone could be a curse. I was reading something somewhere where that last school shooting down here in Texas, the little girl called her mama and she was scared. And I'm not sure if she survived or if she was actually killed, but just think if that was the last thing that you heard from your child. Mama, Daddy, where are you? I'm scared. Come get me. And I think if you couldn't even get that, and you not knowing if your child is alive or if your child is laying there dead, how would that make you feel? Your heart would probably explode if you couldn't get in contact with your daughter or your son. It's just, it's just mind-boggling, some of the crazy shit that some of these so-called politicians or the powers that be, or what I like to call people in high positions, the suit and tie wearing motherfuckers. It's unbelievable that they can think that, by taking phones, and it's just not phones, it's a lot of other shit, taking it out of the school systems, that it's okay. I mean, when they were going to school, people wouldn't even think, and all these people that's in power now, they fucking old. I mean, I ain't no spring chicken. I'm knocking on 60, as my son say. You old head. But times have changed since these senators and politicians and suit and tie wearing motherfuckers, wherever in school. Heck, it was go to school, come home, do your homework, go to bed. That's it. And things have changed so drastically since they were in school that they've probably forgotten what it's like to be a child, a kid, a young man, a young lady. And all they see is the bad shit. No one ever promotes or puts the good shit that the children do, or the wisdom that some of these young kids have nowadays. Because some of these young kids have been indoctrinated or been introduced into some crazy shit that they see. Like I say, school shootings. School shootings, when the first school shooting came out, everybody was like, oh my God. I think it was the trench coat mafia, whatever they call themselves, the two little kids that went in and killed all those people, or killed all those students. Then the next one happened. Then the next one happened. Then the next one happened. Then even the adults started chiming into this shit when the guy in Vegas started shooting people. Mass shootings have become normal. And that's the sad part about everything. That stuff like that has become normal now. And like I say, these kids, they have to grow up faster than what myself and other people older than I am did. You know, it used to be safe to walk the streets. You can't even walk the streets now. You can't even ride your bicycle without fearing somebody running beside of you and grabbing you. But if you had a cell phone, think about it, people. But like I said, it was going to be a short one, not too long, not too quick, but I guess just right. And like I said, once it all boils down to, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it again, it's about the children's safety, number one. That's paramount. Keep these kids safe. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But from myself and my absenteeism co-host, the infamous DJ Mad, we would like to say, live long and prosper, peace, and prayers. And y'all take care. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.